Okay, we are set up on off that point. That's where the barges load, Port of Catoosa. Right over there is where Bird Creek comes in, and that's where the Verdigris River comes in. We're right on this current seam, so we'll have lines in the current in the main channel, and then spread out where this creek mouth runs.
Here you go, Dad.
We don't have that much bait or that much time. I just got a little break in the middle of the week. I decided we would come out here and throw one out. So let's get after it. I might just be a wee bit excited to be out here, but I went ahead and put on I got an 8-ounce weight. I want it to kind of hold me out in that current. Them big blue cats, you know, they're headed up towards the dam, or to the riffle anyways, or to 4 Mile Creek. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an 8-ounce lead with about a 1-foot leader, a 10-aught hook, sharp hook, Gamakatsu octopus hook. I'm gonna put this over there inside that channel. Then I'll probably rig that other one up with 6 ounces of lead and set it between all these other rods going straight off the back of the boat. But we got 8 ounces of lead from the big old no roll from the Tackle Bandit. This is my first time of casting it out on this pole. I probably need to adjust that tensioner knob down a little bit. Yeah, I'd say I do. 8 ounces of lead's a big lead to be slinging, guys. If you don't do it all the time. I usually stick with the 4s, 6s, 5s. We're gonna give these 8s we're gonna give them a run. Anyway. Now what I'm gonna do is I don't want this bait to if I cast it out parallel with this current, it's gonna snag it something. So I'm gonna cast it diagonal like this with the currents, that way it'll land on this side of the channel. There we go, it's out there. Let's get that sucker down to the bottom. There it went, it touched down. Touchdown, it's on the bottom. Now it doesn't have a cork or none of them rattles on there, so this is going to stick a lot better than this first rod with the 5 ounces, the weight and the rattle. It's going to bounce, it's going to hop, but eventually it's going to hit that channel wall. Them catfish run that channel edge. So when it sticks, it should be where it's going to be. This one I'll probably go back to running a lighter weight. I said I'd show you guys I'd rig one up for you on camera, so I will. This will be the one. Hopefully we can get a takedown while you guys are on here. That'd be great. Nothing so far, but the day is young. Alright, we're gonna go with well, what I have handy is a 4 ounce, so we're gonna go with the 4. I got a whole bunch of weights, but it's what's sitting on top. 4s, 8s, and 4s, so we're gonna go with the 4. I'm gonna use one of these little green rubber beads. You guys already know I'm not a fan of plastic beads, or I just don't like them. I don't think they're worth the damn. If I was gonna use a bead, I'd use this one. I should show you guys how we used to rig these when I was a kid. We didn't have none of this. You'd put your slip weight on here, you'd tie your hook onto your main line, or on your main line. There was no leader. Then we'd throw a half hitch right here, wrap it around your fingers twice. Then we'd put a little, well, if you know what a half hitch is, pull it through like that. We'd take a willow twig about the size of my pinky, carry around a pair of dikes in your tackle box with a needle nose with cutters on them. Cut you off a piece of willow stick about 1.5 inches, stick it through there and pull that down tight. That was your sinker stop, and that was what kept your weight from slamming up against your hook. Of course, I used heavier line back then too. Used 60-pound test on everything. And braided line worked really good with that half hitch. It works damn fine. You can pop that stick if it gets stuck between something. You got to use them green willow sticks. If you used the oak stick and you got it stuck between 2 rocks, it'd be stuck there. you use that willow limb, you can pop it and get it to pop out of there. You break that stick off, it'd be bent over or snapped out, or let your fishing line cut it in half. All right, there's our weight. That's our lead. Got her on there. We'll get us one of these 8-aught hooks. Oh. We got us a fish on, guys. We'll get back to that, tying that knot up in a minute. How about that? This Meat Hunter flex rod, I freaking love it. We'll set this rod over here so that way you guys can get a better view of what we got going on. Caught him over there in the slack water. Love this Meat Hunter flex rod. Love it. I got a big old mess going on back here. He feels good. That was on a, that, I think that was a gut piece. He slammed this rod. Hopefully he don't get my anchor line. We're gonna have to horse him a little bit. He ain't a bad blue cat to start off the morning, I'm telling you what. Let's see how big he is. Oh yeah, that's a good one to start out the day, folks. I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you. See if I can get him up out of there. He's gonna munch me. He's gonna bite me. He's a bigot. He ain't huge, but we'll get a little. Ow, we'll get a little measurement on this guy. Cambry, what do you think about that, baby? She's smiling ear to ear. She loves it too.
What is it?
It's a big old blue cat.
Are you gonna?
Oh.
Did it hurt you?
Yeah, he's biting me. There we go.
You struck me, you little fish.
Oh, is it? Ah, I thought we'd get a measurement on him. I don't know where my tape measure is.
Little fish. Oh no, he's
There it is.
To put your finger on his feet.
All right, you guys are just gonna have to take. Well, I got this other camera. You won't have to take my word for it. I'll pull a measurement on him. He's a long, skinny boy. He's got a big old noggin on him.
Let's see if I can. Daddy.
What'll he go? He'll go.
Throw away, Dad.
He goes 3 feet. It's a 3-foot fish.
Let you throw away.
You want me to throw him back?
Yes.
Put that tape measure on my hip just so we'll have it handy.
The way he bites you. The way
All right, there we
he
go.
bites you.
I guess I'm still recording on that other camera, but we'll show you guys on this one. All right, there he goes.
Dad, can I put it?
He's gone. Hopefully, don't get snagged now that hook's on the boat. Okay, we'll get back to rigging that other hook up now. Just in case you guys were wondering, you're on a Pro Cat rod from Academy that I broke. I got it stuck in something and I tried to pop it free in it. Well, we'll just put it this way, it didn't pop free. That bait, I just put it out there. Cambry, where's your Peppa Pig phone at? We're just gonna put it back out there for now. If I don't get a bite on it in 30 minutes, we'll put something fresh on it, but I wanna get this other rod rigged out for you guys. All right, guys, hopefully you guys will see this. I'm gonna start out with a headpiece. If I can get them fins off of there. All right. They don't hurt nothing, I just don't like them being in the way. Then I'll make a flapper bait. I'm gonna make a smaller one just because it's still, the water's still early in the year, and I'm gonna use a small flat bait. If it was warmer outside, we'd try to catch us at least a 10-inch crappie to be doing this with, but we'll get a little bit warmer water, we start hitting them upper 50s, and we'll do that. Today I think the water temperature's like 48, which ain't terrible. There's our flapper bait. That's what we're going to use today. I'm gonna have to rig up some of these poles. This pole we'll put on a gut section. We'll just hook it just like that, right out the bottom. Plenty of hook exposed. We'll cast this one in the slack water. Slack water bait right there, going down. And I've had times where I've came here and I fished and I didn't catch anything in the channel. I ended up moving all my baits to slack water. Okay, baby. Here, give me that. Thank you, baby. Let's see what else I got rigged up. A couple of these poles, I'm gonna have to rig them up. They're actually all of them but two, so I'll rig one up with you guys. I might switch to the other camera for that, but I'll leave this one on while we cast this one out. So I got a nocturnal nasty on here, still putting them through their paces, trying to figure out if I like them or not. I haven't. I've caught some nice ones on the other style of nocturnal nation hooks, the little nocturnal nasties. Yeah, baby, you can see that hook. This one we're using a Preppy Boy catfish rig, and I haven't got to really test this out in any current, so this will be the test. I might have to change that lead. This is only a 5, but that'll be all right. There's a little bit of current pushing around out there. See, there's plenty of hook there, so I can go as deep into that skull bone as I want to. We're gonna put this bad boy. We might run a couple of them Preppy Boy rattle rigs. That one will end up being on the current seam. We're gonna put that in the outside rod holder. Let me cut this camera off.
Dad, can you put Peppa Pig on your phone?
Yeah, baby. Here, get down there in that chair and I'll put it on there for you. 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. Here, go down there.
What camera?
You want me to put you down there?
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
Don't hurt me.
I ain't gonna hurt you. Here, there's your Peppa Pig. Alright, I gotta clean this boat up a little bit too, because that was kind of chaos. I wanted to stand over here in the camera where I could find even the right line, I guess. He had me going every which direction. He bit the crap out of my knuckles. That was on an 8/0 hook, 4-ounce weight, slack water, crappie body section. I probably already said it, but he was in the slack water. He wasn't in the current. But see all the shad and crappie's gonna move into this slack water. There is no current back here in this slack water. So the shad and the crappie and the sand bass is feeding on all them shad up in this flat right here. And it goes back, it's a cut that goes back up against the current from both creeks, so it's completely out of the equation and it has 0 current in it. We're gonna put us about a 1.5 leader. We're using for leader line a 50-pound test Omniflex. We're gonna put this one over there further towards the mouth of that other creek that comes in, Bird Creek. And you don't have to have a boat to fish Bird Creek. That's a fine creek to fish in. I prefer it when it's not blown out. There would a fish, probably a spoonbill or something, sand bass, hybrid, something. Busting the surface up over there. Anyway, oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna run that line through the front of the hook. That point, that tip should be facing the same side you put that line in on. I'm gonna run about 1 inch of it out of that hook. gonna start wrapping my twists. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna put 8 of them. I'm gonna come right back through there, right out like that. Then I'm gonna grab that tagging with my teeth. You probably shouldn't do that. Actually, I know you shouldn't. I got a bridge there where I've done that all my life. Like literally, I busted my tooth out and had to have a... They ended up having to pull that tooth out, and I ended up having to get a bridge there. So for whatever reason, it didn't mess up the bottom tooth, just that one tooth. Actually, that one tooth on both sides. I didn't get a bridge on the other side yet though. Then I'll just put that line through that swivel. I'll put it over this index finger, and I'll put this line over this index finger. Then I'll pinch them 2 lines. I don't know what knot this is called. It's the one I used since I was a kid, and it's the one I'm gonna keep using. Landed plenty of big fish using this knot. I'm gonna wrap it 5 or 6 or 7 times, maybe 8, I don't know. And it stacks up real nice. I'm gonna come back up to that top knot. I'm just gonna kind of push it through there. Pull this one, spit on it. Again, hold it with my tooth, pull it tight. That's it, stacks up real nice. We're ready to get it baited out there and get to fishing. You ain't gotta worry about cutting all them tag ends off there. Catfish don't care, they bite trot lines. Most big catfish are caught on trot lines, limb lines, and jug lines, and they're all using line that's equivalent to paracord. I assure you, they do not give a flying crap about tagging. We're not fishing for clearwater smallmouth and walleye or something. Since that other catfish came in slack water on a gut section, well, you guessed it. We're gonna throw that tail piece out in the water. There's our chum. We got our sink going downstream. I just want to throw this out there. No fish were harmed in the making of this video. All these crappie that I'm using, I bought at Academy. They're all artificial. All right. Anyway, cut all my fins off again. Loaded with artificial eggs. And we're gonna put that hook right there. We're gonna bomb this out into some slack water and we'll be fishing. See, there's a little bit of eddy out there in that where them 2 creeks meet. I have to kind of nurse my lines because they'll kind of push them back towards me a little bit, but that's where them big fish like it at, so that's where I like it at too. Probably put this one right here. See where that line's going to. All right, we're gonna bomb this one. We're gonna get it a ways out there. Okay. Oh crap. You'll notice a going theme on this boat. You'll notice a going theme in all my videos, really. There's always a meat hunter in there. Even if I'm showing you can catch them on a cheap $14 or $16 fishing rod from Academy, that H2O Express yellow rod they got, it works just fine. You can catch catfish on it. Oh, look at that. What do we got going on there? What do we got going on there? What is it doing? Is it bouncing on the bottom of the river, or are we getting a... Just being a little sensitive. Anyway, we're fishing. Beat hunters, my favorite rods. But we will always have this rod on the boat. It's a Quantum made by Bill Dance. I got it at Bass Pro Shop a couple years ago for, what was the occasion? Father's Day, maybe? Something like that. But it's been a good rod. I've caught a lot of big catfish on that rod. So even if it is a two-piece, I like the crap out of that two-piece. It's a good rod. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. I'll shut you guys off. One last look at our spread here. At least, unless we catch a fish, another fish. Let's see if I can.
Daddy.
What'll he go? He'll go.
Throw away, Dad.
He goes 3 feet. It's a 3-foot fish.
What you throw away?
You want me to throw him back?
Yes.
Put that tape measure on my hip just so we'll have it handy.
The way he bites you. The way
All right, there we go.
bites you.
I guess I'm still recording on that other camera, but we'll show you guys on this one. All right, there he goes.
Dad, can I put on?
He's gone. Hopefully don't get snagged now that hook's on the boat. Okay.